Though it may not look like it, I think I'm out of my slump. I have consistently beginning between basically 9 and 16 hits a game. And nine's not fantastic, but it's okay for me. In the early days of the stream, I was struggling just to score a run. I feel like I got out of that mental trap of a slump. I think a lot of it is just confidence and believing that you will hit the ball. And I'm really finding Miyamoto Musashi's concept of emptiness to be helpful, to be empty. Again, Miyamoto Musashi, 17th century samurai warrior. Just before his death, he wrote the book of 5 Rings that outlined his philosophy and technique in sword fighting. And again, as I always like to say, his first thing he says is that what he teaches in the book of 5 Rings is that you could apply this to almost anything. And so we're trying to apply it to baseball, and specifically hitting in MLB The Show, which is a very hard thing to do. And his concept of emptiness isn't that you're just a blank slate and ignorant. The concept of emptiness is that you've already put the practice in. You've already learned the right steps. You've already learned the right footwork. You've already learned the right movement, in this case, of the joystick. You have practiced each technique that you need to know so thoroughly that it's worked its way into your muscle memory. So that when you are in the moment of battle, in which decisions and actions and movements need to be made in just a split second, that you don't have to think about it. You don't have to process it. You just know how to move your body at that moment almost instinctually, based on the training working its way, which he says attaining and detaching from the principle, which I interpret as you're very conscious when you're trying to learn it, and you're repeating it again and again and again and again to the point where you don't have to be conscious to do it. You just do it. You just react when the moment arises. And that's what happens when you get to the real moment, the real battle. And you want to be empty because being empty means that you have eliminated all thoughts from your mind and you're ready to respond. You're ready to react. You're ready to capitalize. You're ready to strike with conviction when the moment arises. You're not lost in your thoughts or taking an extra just split second, because a split second can be the difference between life and death. Split second can be the difference between a pop-up and a home run. And I do find this concept of empty to be interesting, and I think there are levels to it. And I'm realizing the hitters I admire most are like Ichiro Suzuki, Tony Gwynn, Stephen Kwan, Rod Carew, Wade Boggs, even Ty Cobb, who was a very troubled human being. I admire Ted Williams, Stan Musial, who I'm hitting with now, Buck O'Neill. I admire hitters who are professional hitters. They hit for high average. George Brett. Arise with San Diego. Not the power hitters, not the guys who strike out a lot. I think Jung Hoo Lee with the San Francisco Giants is one of these guys. I admire the guys that can move the ball through the field, can hit line drives, don't strike out very often. They have discipline. And I would rather be one of those guys than, say, Cal Raleigh, who is incredibly valuable, right? You need those home run hitters. And this game favors home run hitters, no question about it. But that's not the kind of baseball I like to play. I like to play what, as a kid, we called Whitey ball, named after Whitey Herzog, who was a manager of the St. Louis Cardinals in the 1980s, which was about using speed. You had Vince Coleman, Lonnie Smith, Willie McGee, Ozzie Smith, Tommy Herr. They just stole bases, and they played in a big ballpark. And we called it Whitey ball because it was unique. But it wasn't that unique. In fact, as I said before, you can make an argument, you could call it black ball, because that's really kind of how baseball was played in the Negro leagues, stretching a single to a double to a triple, so on. So I want to develop into, one of those kind of hitters that are more about contact, not striking out. And it'll be to my detriment in this game, because this game most definitely favors. Yeah. This game definitely favors power. And it makes sense, especially if you struggle at this game. It's just hard to make contact. The more likely you are just to get a run because you accidentally ran into one is kind of easier than stringing together a few hits to get a run in. But it's just not the kind of baseball I like. I like old school. I would have loved dead ball era baseball, where you were more likely to get an inside the park home run, because the ballparks are really big too. And you see that in this game. All the old ballparks are really big. But coming back to this notion of empty, if I could just clear my mind and just see the ball and hit it, seems to be when I perform the best, when I hit the best. And I do try to be strategic. I do want to take pitches. And I'm not at the point where I want to be yet, but at some point I'm just going to have to trust myself. I don't trust myself right now. I'm even in between pitches. Should I not? And when you have just a split second, you can't do that. By the way, I'm facing Bob Gibson. He's only throwing fastballs, but this is on Hall of Fame, and I have him throwing them just one notch below what is fully possible with the sliders to reach and speed. So this thing's coming in hot. Helps me get my reflexes going. But at some point, I'm just going to have to trust myself. Let go. Understand I'm going to see a ball when the ball comes out of the pitcher's hand. Not because I'm thinking about it, but because I recognize it. Not there yet. But I could tell with this whole notion of empty, that's where I need to be. Trust myself in recognizing a ball or strike. I think the good players, that's what they do. They just react to the ball. They don't even have to guess what's coming next. They just react. They see it. They know where it's going, and they hit it or they lay off of it. The best players of this game don't strike out often at all. And then you also have to be willing to strike out. You have to be, eventually, you're going to have to swing the bat and recognize you're not going to always be successful because this is baseball. You can do everything right and still fail. All right, we ready to play our next game? Let's go. So I'm making my team to be a team of speed and running and trying to take extra bases. Again, it's not ideal. It's not something you'd recommend to other players who want to be good at this game. Power really is king, but I'm not interested. I like playing this way. And it's just a video game, right? In the end, that is what it is. All right. Let's go. Last time we thought playing at Forbes Field was going to help us because of the early evening sky. And the dude ended up scoring a run right in the first inning. We won that game, though. I was pretty happy about that. Who are we going with today? We're going to go, we haven't tried Mike. Oops, lost compose. Should we go with Mike Mussina? We haven't gone with Mike Mussina yet. Or do we keep it in order? Should we just keep it in the order that we have here and go with Jake Arrieta? Let's just keep it in order. Well, let's see who's higher rated. Jake Arrieta is a 90. We're already out of order because of Rube Foster, right? So let's do it. Let's do Mike Mussina. I moved out of the lineup Tony Stone, which I regretted. She wasn't performing well. Put back in Gleyber Torres, who has some power. Put Cool Papa Bell back at the leadoff position, and hitting second is Jackie Robinson. I did it not because I think we're going to be on the road going up against Garrett Crochet. All right. We're on the road, and I think, what was I going to say? We're not going to have Gleyber Torres at second forever. Where are we playing? So he's 11-3. Oh, man, this is going to hurt. Or she. Hitting 308. 5.44 ERA, which again makes me think that this person plays really good players, because only really good players score that many runs. Look at my ERA. I'm kind of proud of that. But anyways, Gleyber Torres is only temporary because once we get Ozzie Smith, which we're probably going to get within the next few days, Ozzie Smith's going to shortstop, and we'll move Jackie Robinson to second base. All right, brother. So we're facing a lefty. Inside ball one. Cutter, sweeper, circle change. Sinker.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
See the ball out of the hand. Fouled it off. Cutter.
Ball 2.
I don't know how I hit that. That was crazy. I was looking for the fastball. Made him throw 8 pitches though, so that wasn't bad. Looking for fastball first pitch here. If not, you just don't swing. Sinker.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 6, Stan Musial.
Inside sinker. We're sitting on it. Outside cutter.
0-1.
Got it, but too far. And he knows I'm sitting on it. So that's what that tells you. He's trying to get the one pitch out by the cutter outside. And then he went farther. If you're looking for something, you're just quick on the trigger. And that was too far inside that sinker, which I was looking for. And I think he knew that. I think that is what he was playing to. So we need to keep that in mind. We need to see the ball out of the hand. Sometimes I'm premature. You need to see it travel, a few feet out of the hand before deciding what to do. I don't actually like that camera view. I go to pitcher. There we go. Look at that control. Oh, it's actually not control. Shit. I need to change something too.
That's it.
Damn it. I wish I would remember this. I have to keep coming back. I tried it one time. I need to get back to pinpoint. Okay.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Remember, I like to show him early on strikes with 0-2 counts, because then he's got to start going for them. Oh, this Musina's got a nice cutter and sinker.
What do you got?
You sure? Let him know I'll throw it again and again and again. And maybe something he's not expecting. He's looking for, we're on the same wavelength, I feel, early on in this game. Oh, yeah. I like this Mike Musina card. Let's hope I'm still saying that a little later in the game.
Leading off for the Farmers, the catcher, Ted Simmons. Hey. 0-1's the count. Ball inside.
Ooh. Regrettable we didn't get that in the air.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Ted Williams.
Ah. I saw that. I'm just feeling aggressive right now. He saw that too, regrettably. Oh,
Batting seventh, the left fielder, Larry Joby.
giving him, not making him work hard though.
He's out.
Hit a couple of balls very hard, but not much to show, and then gave up some easy outs. Not, I would say overall, not a good inning.
Leading off for New Jersey, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
I am liking these pitches from Mike Mussina. He got under that, so he must have slammed his PC. That got more of home plate of the strike zone than I wanted, actually. I have seen a pitch from Mussina I don't like yet. They all got great break on them. Wow.
There you go.
Come on. Let's do it again. Another weak hit. Ha. That was crazy. Did you see the ball? See the ball went through the wall.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Yordan
Look at that.
Alvarez.
It's outrageous.
Home one's the count.
Wonder if he's ambushing inside now. Good pitching. Yeah, I like this Mike Mussina card a lot. He's got good movement on his pitches. He doesn't throw hard.
Batting ninth, the first baseman, Buck Leonard.
Speechless.
Oh, that's just out. No, inside. Aye. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I knew that sinker was that cutter. I knew that cutter was coming. I was just early on it.
The center fielder, number 9, Cool Papa Bell. Ball, that's inside. That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
I feel like I'm seeing him really well. I've always felt like I can see Crochet pretty well, but I've hit some hard balls with no luck. I think I don't have the confidence of and that I'll continue to hit them hard.
Leading off for the Yankees, the catcher.
And he should be picking up that I'm hitting them hard. He should really be picking it up that I'm hitting those balls hard and then adjusting. And I guess I don't know if I have the confidence of matching that adjustment at the time. He's doing a lot of sinkers on the outer side of the plate on his left side and cutters on the inside, which is normal. And this Mike Mussina is I love it. I love this Mike Mussina card. I'm trying not to be too predictable. Larry Doby, first African American man. I say first. Actually, it's not entirely true. There was an black ball player who played for a very short period of time in Major League Baseball before the color barrier was unofficially instituted, because it was never like just straight outlawed. It was what was called the Gentleman's Agreement. And I'm trying to remember the guy. I knew the guy's name. Walker, maybe? I think his name was Walker. Played for a short. He was the only. He was the last, maybe first and last, for like the next 50 years until Jackie Robinson would come. But then, just after Jackie Robinson joined the Dodgers, Larry Doby joined the Cleveland Indians. I think he was picking up on my tendency of swinging hard at that first pitch. Yep. I'm too jacked up. That's why he's throwing them in the dirt. I can't get these things in the air, man. I'm hitting the ball well. Damn it.
The right fielder, number 6, Stan Musial.
Oh, nice pitch, brother.
Inside ball.
Why can't I see defense here? Look at that. Look at that. Look, you couldn't hit that ball any harder, and it's into a double play.
Ball, that's it.
This game is screwing me. This is life. This is why this is a lot like life.
Ball, that's out. I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Got him.
Got to remain empty. Can't let it get into your mind.
Leading off for New Jersey.
Got to remember, difficult things happen. Things don't go your way. And you just have to keep that sense of equanimity, remembering the Tao of baseball, what it teaches you, that you can do everything right and still fail. And you can do things, I wouldn't say everything wrong, but you can barely hit the ball and still get a hit. A little early there, brother. Nice take. I'm playing a great game. I'm hitting the ball hard,
The left fielder, Manny
pitching my ass off,
Ramirez.
and yet we're tied at 0. I'm glad his hard hit balls make it into the outfield for a base hit, especially when he hits the ball out of the strike zone again.
Harper. Oh, one's the count. Outside, that's a ball. Ball, that's outside.
It's a battle. I think he was ambushing inside. Did not want the plate there. Oh, and he hits a home run. Who hit it? Mookie Betts? Was that even in the strike zone? Wow. Wow. I don't understand why this game fucks me so hard. A 3-run home run. Got 2 hits in there with the ball out of the strike zone. Including a home run.
The batter, number 44. Designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
That's a solid hit. Well, he's probably 11-3 for a reason.
Catcher, number 33.
Just felt like he got some pretty favorable stuff. Like how all these balls just seem to make it through. We do not have to throw him a strike here. We hit that one hard. Oh, man, a 3-run home run. That's what happened the last loss. 3-run home runs, man. We need to talk about 3-run home runs. And there's an out. If I wasn't video streaming this, I'd quit right now at a protest.
The batter, the left fielder, Larry Rube.
I knew he was going out there. Why did I do that? I see this guy really well. I hit the ball hard. That was a bad swing.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball upstairs.
Stop doing that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knew he was going down there again. Why did I swing at that? I right now I'm mentally defeated. Mentally defeated. He's got all the good players. I can't. You know that last game we lost with the Mike Trout 3-run home run. Also, a ball basically out of the strike zone. I mean, it was like maybe just touching the line, but man, frustrating. Anyways, about Larry Doby, who he is again. Here he is again. Now, Jackie Robinson, no doubt, had a very tough road to travel when he became the first black man to break the racial barrier that was implemented in Major League Baseball in the early 1900s. Again, it didn't always exist. There was at least one black ball player, I think in the 1880s or 90s, just before the so-called gentleman's agreement was struck up between the owners of Major League Baseball teams. But Jackie Robinson did have a certain level of support from his teammates on the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Dodgers. Pee Wee Reese, I believe, even went and met Jackie Robinson at the airport or something like that. Of course, Pee Wee Reese was the shortstop. Jackie Robinson was the second baseman. Larry Doby, if I recall correctly, I might be a little bit off on some of the exact details, but I'll be in the ballpark. Larry Doby, when he went to join the Cleveland Indians, they're named the Indians then. I think we need to bring in Buck O'Neill. Oh, still too early.
Leonard. Yeah. 0-1's the count.
Anyways, I can't be talking and hitting at the same time, actually. But just to finish on Larry Doby, I believe like when he came into the locker room that first game, nobody would shake his hand on his own team. And, Larry Doby, yeah, Jackie Robinson was the first black ball player to play in Major League Baseball after the color line was implemented. But American League and National League teams didn't play each other back then unless they made it to the World Series or the All-Star game. And so every ballpark that Larry Doby was going to in the American League, that was the first time that fans there, probably all white fans, saw an African American on the field. Man, I'm out of it now. I've mentally given up on this game.
The center fielder, number 9, Cool Papa Bell.
And I should lose if I've mentally given up on the game.
Shortstop, Jackie Robinson.
All right. Can we be mindful of that low changeup? Yeah. Yeah, right to him. How hard did I hit that ball? I bet you it was at least 100 miles per hour. Let's see. Let's see. 87, my ass. Now I'm getting shut out. This is a total. I want to protest this game. If this guy gets this much luck every time, that would explain his 11-3 record.
Now batting, second baseman, Mookie Betts.
Look at that. Look. Oh my God. I mean, really, if you go by hard hit balls in this game, I should be up 3-0, not down 3-0. And I can't seem to let it go. Oh, yeah. You get any outs? Nope.
The batter, number 44, designated hitter, Yoda Alvarez. Oh, that's inside.
Yeah. That was a hanger. Another 3-run home run. He deserved that home run. He didn't deserve those 2 base runners. Did not deserve those 2 base runners, but he definitely deserved. This is amazing. Now, this is baseball. This is baseball. This is how baseball works.
He's out.
And just like in real life, this is complete bullshit. This is bullshit. The home run was legit. The two runners on was not. It looks like this guy's demolishing me, but we all know he's really not. Damn. Just making a mockery of it. See, that's what annoys me. I do feel like we should be more penalized for those balls in the dirt like that. Wild pitches. We should be taking a risk when we throw balls in the dirt. Oh, yeah. Foul. Oh, that time he jammed me.
Ball inside. One and one.
All I get are singles.
Now pitching. Let go. Go back.
Why am I swinging at that?
0-1. Ball one. Three. Leading off for the Yankees, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Third baseman number 2, Gunnar Henderson. Got him. The left fielder number 24, Manny Ramirez.
Man, 3-run home runs.
No balls, 2 strikes. Off the plate, ball one. The center fielder, number 9, Cool Papa Bell. Nope, outside.
Cool Papa Bell is hot for me.
Ball, that's out.
He wasn't even holding me. He wasn't holding me. Go back and look at the tape. Go back and look at the tape. He wasn't. He didn't even have a guy on first. Let's try this Kopech guy. I just got him as well. I haven't. Let's give him a go right here.
Now pitching, Michael Kopech. Now batting, the second baseman, Mookie Betts.
Basically, Rob Dibble.
Ball, that's out. Nope, that's inside. Ball. He's out.
Now, who do we get?
Now pitching,
Mark Davis.
Davis.
This guy sucks.
He's out.
Frustrating.
Now batting, catcher, Ted Simmons. Ball. Hey.
I lost all my discipline this game. All of it.
The batter, number 9,
Getting shut out.
Ted Williams.
Second half of this game, I deserve to get shut out. Oh, I should have hit that. I deserve this loss. I was getting ripped off that first half of this game, and then once I gave up the 3-run home run, which I think he got kind of lucky to get, I checked out. I checked out after that. I just complained nonstop in this video about that after that. And after that, it was self sabotage. Let's go look at all right. Play another one tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure.